Rooney, Nani, Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo. But today, we're not here to see the Red Devil of Man United, but the Blues of City across the road. So, just across the road from Old Trafford, the Blue of City. Let's find out new of the new kings of the city we're gonna talk to.
I'm Vincent Kompany. I play for national team of Belgium. I play for Manchester City, and I've been here now for 3.5 years. And you know, I'm born in Belgium, but my father is Congolese. And I started off playing at Anderlecht when I was 17. And you know, 3 years went well, and I signed for Hamburg in Germany. And you know, after 2 years, I got a chance to come to England, and I signed for Manchester City. Been here for 3.5 years now, and it's been a good time so far. I don't know, it's always been natural for me. I think I don't try and ask myself too many questions. You captain, but in the end, you know, you get the armband because of things you show during a season, and you don't have to change too much because you become a captain. So I guess it's natural. I don't ask myself too many questions, but as soon as I got it, for me it was a big honor, of course. Fine, everybody was fine with it, and everybody's been very, you know, I've had a lot of support, and I always see when you're in a big team, it's not about just one person leading the club, you know, it's many players that have to step up. And that's how we went about it. You know, we made sure that all of us stayed united. You know, and there's not just one leader. There's many strong characters in the team, and together we try and bring this club further. Yeah, I mean, they have a history, but it's all about the future in football. So it's still a lot for us to do before I think, you know, we get to that level on a consistent base, but we're going in the right direction. And if this year we can push on and, you know, maybe finish in front of them, I'm sure we'll be close to the title. And ultimately that's the goal. And as soon as it happens the first time, I'm convinced that within, you know, the next 10 years, you know, we'll be part of the teams that play to win all the trophies. It's different because Anderlecht and Hamburg were never really favourites to do any big results in the Champions League. I think with City it's different now. We have a chance to go far in the competition, but we're just in a very, very tough group. So I guess for us the most difficult now is to get out of this group stage, and if we do so, then after that everything's possible. It's been difficult, but you know, I think we have a young generation, a good generation, and it's always a pleasure for me to go to the national team. I think we got some guys that want to achieve big things, and if you give us the time, I think we're gonna get there. You know, with many players that can play for a long time still, and I think we'll be a team to watch in the future. Well, there's a large Congolese community in Belgium, first of all. So if anything, if there was a mix, then it would always have been, you know, mainly Congolese players coming through. And I think as well, you know, there's some good work being done in the youth system, and a lot of guys are willing to learn quickly, and that's good, you know. A lot of young players with big ambitions is always important. Well, I got picked really young for the Belgian national team, so I was never in a situation like most players where they had to choose. I was picked by the country I was living in really young, and so I didn't have too much time to think about it. You know, I've always had a strong connection with Congo. Always. I play for the Belgium national team because I'm proud of playing for the Belgium national team. It's the country I'm born, you know, and you know, I've always felt like my heart has got two countries, belongs to two countries, and Congo is very important to me in my heart and in everything I do every day. And when I go back there, you know, for me, when I go back there, I feel really like I belong to that country as well. So there's there's no, there's never for me a question of really choosing. Both countries are mine, and I'm proud of it. You know, the main thing is that I went there first time I was 19, maybe 20. It was first time for me because, you know, back in the days it's always been very expensive to go back to Congo, as everybody knows, and at that time it was not really affordable, so I would have liked to go before that, but it wasn't possible. And then when I went there first time was when, obviously after playing a few years football, it was no problem, and I just like the atmosphere in the country. You know, it's a loud country. People, everybody sings, everybody says something, as everybody's got something to say. But that's what I like the most, and people get on with things. You know, that's something that I have as well, and I like it. Yeah. Well, yeah, I've always been working together with SOS, Children Villages, and they've been really important in everything I've wanted to do charity-wise. We've built a village there in Kinshasa now, which is which is actually hosting orphans now, and you know, you give them an education, we give them facilities for them to develop, you know, and get out of the streets. And obviously outside of that as well, there's a possibility for there's a program that reaches out to children in the communities to make sure that even their children would not be forgotten and still would have some form of family strengthening conditions. And then after that, I've got Vika as well now, which is a charity that I started personally with friends of mine, and that's very important as well, because you know what we want to do is make sure that those children get the chance to not only develop themselves as you know normal human beings, but then as well get the same chances that we can have here in Europe. Maybe you know you wanted to do media, where you got the chance to have formation for this. You know that there are people you can talk to and that will tell you how to become the best in your job, and that's what we want to offer there as well. We want to be able to give children that hope to become footballers or musicians, you know, the right advice for them to then as well make it in there and then give back to their community again, just as we're doing now.
Non, écoutez-moi. Ça veut dire quoi? Pourquoi? Parce que je peux pas acheter tous les biscuits de Bukavu. J'ai pas assez d'argent moi-même pour acheter tous les biscuits de Bukavu. Mais ce que je partage avec vous, c'est ce que moi je peux offrir. OK?
I think there's much to do. It could be anything. I'm not sure whether I want to be a manager or not. I'm not sure whether I want to be sports director. I could also go just back to charity and do just charity work. So we'll see. Future is open, but future is bright.